Welcome back to another video, guys. I'm going to do what if Deku was a hit hitman for UA, but it's going to start off like this. We're going to start off when he's 6 years old, when they walk into the grocery store. Deku Jackson hit into somebody, and then they go into altercation and stuff. They just stopped talking and just kept on walking. But when they was walking back and they decided to take a shortcut, that guy was following them. They went in an alleyway and and then the bad guy shot Deku and Deku's mom in the back. And Deku was running to the closest gas station and stuff and sleeping there, blah blah blah. And then he just noticed he's 6 years old. I think that's the age when they get their quirk, but I don't care. He gets his quirk. Then when he touches something, he turns into it. So he decides to go in the woods, and he grabs a big rock, climbs in the trees, waits for a hunter to go by. An hour goes by, 2 hours, 3 hours, and then the fifth hour, a hunter comes. He jumps down, brutally bashing the guy's head in with a rock, and taking his sniper and knife. And now Deku is just sniping people from far away, taking their money and saving it, and doing that repeatedly to the woods. To the people said the woods are banned from anybody to go inside that woods. And then he saves up all the people he killed money, and then goes to the gun store, buys himself that same sniper, and starts sniping people and stuff. People don't listen and stuff. He just shatters their legs and they run out. And then heroes come. Next after a year goes by, heroes come and stuff, and they go farther into the woods and they say nothing's wrong with this. One hero says there's nothing wrong with this woods. And then after he said that, Deku shoots him in his leg, brutally smack, whatever we call it, breaking it. And Deku shoots him in the head, immediately killing him. And Deku is snipes at the one other guy with his arm, and he starts running. Then Deku shoots him in scrapes his pants, and he gets out, and he kills one hero. The other hero already ran after he saw that. So police come, like 20 heroes above, like 19 above, lower, comes, and Deku is just sniping them, brutally slashing, bashing them and stuff. And when he runs out of ammo, he flies to buy more ammo. He uses his knife, and he gets somebody by himself and stabs him in his chest, breaking his ribs and stuff, and organs just falling down. And then other heroes see this, runs, Aizawa is there, and whoops him around and stuff, but Deku has his knife and cuts it because he hasn't really used it, or the hunter. So he starts running and out of the woods. And after like 5 years, people are still trying to find who that boy was and how good he was. And then he's learning. Sorry for that. He's learning a different life. He found an easy way to find money because it's a superpower. And then he's walking down in this city. He accidentally bumps into people, and he gets in an altercation where the guy tries to stab him, but Deku stabs him before anybody sees the other guy's knife and records, and nobody else sees his knife. And he gets put into prison and stuff. And then he's in prison doing push-ups and all the extra stuff. Another year goes by. No, not a year. Skip that. He's eating a lunch in the prison for the first time by himself. And then this big, huge guy comes and tries to take his food, but Deku breaks the plastic thing and stabs it in his chest, not like a regular knife. And then police comes all over him. And people just notice that he's that boy with the dirty green hair and stuff, and then All Might and Isaiah will come and see if that's him, and then they interview him, and Deku says, "Are you the boy of uh, the I don't know the whatever we call it his parents' name? Just write it down, and I'll say it next time." And he says, "Yeah." And he says, "We were trying to find you for like 6 years. We didn't. Yeah, also I was in that woods too, just cutting him off too." And they said, "We noticed." And the mouse dude says, "You want to join UA?" And he says, "No." And he says, "We're gonna bail you out and force you to go to UA, but you're gonna have a whole bunch of cops on you. You can't move around. You can't live by yourself now. You have to have a cop with you." So a couple of days go by, and he goes outside for after a year or so, and then he goes in a limo, and then he goes to UA. But I didn't tell you that Deku killed Momo's parents because they were rich and stuff, and then Deku comes in and Momo noticed that's the sniper that killed her father, so she attack him, and stuff. But the teacher's not there. Deku defends himself, puts him in an arm bar, then snaps her arm. When Aizawa comes in and sees that, and wraps him up, and then says, "This is the first time I ever see somebody break somebody's arm in a classroom." And Deku goes back and sits and stuff, and they do the throwing test. Deku fails, of course, and stuff. They do the running test. Deku passes. They do the strength test. Deku comes in like 10th place, and then no, he comes in 4th place in the strength test. And I think there's a vertical test. He comes in 4th place and all the extra stuff, and stuff. And after that, he goes back to his own room in the UA and living there. And All Might comes in and says, "I should have saved your parents when I had the chance." And Deku just starts throwing punches at All Might, and it doesn't do anything and stuff. And Deku, after that whole night, Deku was back and stuff, and he does training and stuff. I think I might end off here, but if you want it to part 2, just say that. I actually like this.